YouTube, I'm back with another reaction video. Shit, we got Flacco. Hold on, this poetic Flacco. He be a host on No Jumper if you don't know. Shit. More proof. Lil Durk will be indicted for another murder soon. God damn. Shit. Free Durk. Let's get into the video.
The feds are getting closer and closer and closer to charging Lil Durk for another murder. This document was filed today in court that lays out another murder for hire plot that Lil Durk may be involved in. This appears to be the case that the feds are hyper-focused on now, because the feds have realized that this murder for hire case that's currently going on with Quando Rondo and Lil Pop, they've pretty much realized that case ain't winnable. As a matter of fact, it's not even a murder for hire case anymore. That's how you know Lil Durk is going to spank this current case with Quando Rondo.
Update on Lil Durk. You've probably seen his lawyer Drew Finling doing interviews all over the hip-hop platforms.
Yeah, hold on. Why his interview doing fucking... I'm talking about why is his lawyer doing interviews on podcasts and shit?
I think it's because he's got
this
something
nigga
cooking
is
tomorrow.
In jail fighting
There's a
murder
bond
case.
hearing where Durk is going to ask for a bond based on new information. What's the new information? Well, his lawyers basically are arguing that the indictment that was recently filed, the second superseding indictment, makes a completely different case against Durk than the case that the prosecutors presented to the judge back in December of 2024 when the bond was first denied. What the defense argues is that, look, this new indictment removes two allegations. First, they completely got rid of any allegation that Durk rapped about this murder for hire plot, that Durk rapped about Quando Rondo on the news going no, no, and crying in response to the murder of his friend. This is very important because what the defense is going to be able to argue to the judge is, look, judge, we proved to them that they're wrong because those lyrics were recorded 7 months before the murder. Those lyrics could not have had anything to do with the murder. And what they did in response to us proving that to them is they just took that allegation right out of the indictment. And now they're not even alleging that he rapped about the murder. And that was a huge part of their original case. And so without that, their case is much weaker. We deserve a bond. The other thing that the defense is arguing.
This is where you start to see how weak this particular case is. Lil Durk was originally charged for murder for hire. The feds are accusing Lil Durk of paying 5 men to go to California, follow Quando Rondo around, and try to murder Quando Rondo. But instead, they murdered Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pop. Now, the feds is now saying this is not a murder for hire case because they can't really prove where the compensation came from. Like I said in my original video, how can it be a murder for hire when you can't really pinpoint how much Lil Durk paid these people? And the feds try to say, yo, it was a murder for hire and the payment was music opportunity, but everybody who was a part of this murder for hire, they were already a part of OTF. They were already like OTF members. So what other music opportunities, what other additional opportunities was there? And these people love Von too. They didn't need Lil Durk to go ahead and slap a Von. They were going to slap a Von regardless. So the feds have pretty much realized, damn. So the music, right, the songs that were supposed to prove that Lil Durk was putting bags on people's heads, well, them songs is inadmissible. So now we really have nothing else. We don't have any receipts of payments. The only thing we have is one text message of Lil Durk telling these people, don't book any flights in my name. So now they're changing the charge from murder
and what them niggas
to
do.
Stalking that
These
resulted
niggas is retarded. Nigga, why would y'all put this nigga name in like the booking of the flight? Or at least use the credit, whatever happened, nigga, to get caught. Why?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
Whatever that means.
Is that in the second superseding indictment, the government took out another very key allegation against Durk. The government had alleged that Durk, through co-defendant Wilson, paid bounties to the shooters in this alleged murder for hire plot. In the second superseding indictment, that allegation is gone. Instead of alleging that Durk, through co-defendant Wilson, paid the bounty, there's now a new charge called stalking resulting in murder, where there's no direct allegation of a bounty being paid through Wilson or anyone else. Instead, the allegations are limited to Durk was orchestrating surveillance on this guy, Durk sent shooters to LA.
Can go to jail for stalking?
Durk let it be known that he would put money up even though There's no allegation that he actually did pay the bounty through
of
a
course,
co-defendant or somebody else. And so what the defense is going to be able to present at tomorrow's bond hearing is, hey, judge, we moved to dismiss this case by pointing out all the factual errors in the government's case. What the government did is they changed their case and they removed key allegations against our client. And so you have to look at their new case and now reevaluate the bond. If Durk gets a bond, that's going to tell you a lot about what the judge thinks about this second superseding indictment, which is in fact significantly different and significantly weaker and less aggressive in terms of how it charges Durk as being responsible for this murder.
From my perspective, the feds realized they made a lot of mistakes. They pretty much made too many mistakes to really salvage this case. And the feds have refocused their attention to another case, bro, because Lil Durk keeps getting...
It's bad. Hold on. Can y'all see that? Lil Durk denied the bail again. Damn.
Brought up in these proceedings with Anthony Montgomery
and
Preston Powell. In our last video on Lil Durk, we broke down extensively how Lil Durk, or why Lil Durk is being tied to the murder that these two dudes committed. Anthony Montgomery and Preston Powell, they murdered the Smashville GD called Stephen Mack. Stephen Mack was linked to some dudes who were responsible for the death of Lil Durk's brother, D-Thing. So these two committed a murder. They're now in jail. They're currently incarcerated. But we just got the full extent. I'm talking about the full case laid out for why this is a murder for hire. Now, in this new filing, the feds actually gave us more information that we didn't know, including there are recordings of a confession where dude is just outright saying, bruh, we did it for Durk. like this is insane. In our last video, we explained how Anthony Montgomery left his phone at the scene along with the getaway vehicle. Now, they showed us a picture of the phone still on the charger in the vehicle, just really highlighting, bro, how much of a buffoon these dudes were. I don't know how Lil Durk was...
Nigga, are you serious? Nigga, how are you leaving your phone on the drill? In the car, on the charger still? This nigga is...
Vetting who could come around him. But Lil Durk dramatically overestimated the wits of this dude right here in particular. This dude is one of the worst criminals we've ever heard of. This is almost the saddest things I've ever heard. Because without Anthony Montgomery being a part of this murder, bro, they probably would have gotten away with it. But because he's so sloppy, he's so talkative, he's so chatty-patty, he's such a gossiper, the feds got everything they need, bro. Everything. In 4K, everything. Yo, it got so bad, bro, his co-defendant said, hey, yo, can y'all please try my case separate from him, bro? Cause what I'm seeing, I don't even want to be a part of this, bro. Charge me separately. We found out from this proceeding that Anthony Montgomery was arrested.
Look at him. Hold on. Y'all can't even see the nigga. Look at this nigga right here. Y'all telling me this nigga ain't... Come on now. One eye going to the left. One eye looking at me. This nigga looking at two things right now. And you telling me he good for the drill. Oh, okay. Like, come on, bro.
For a state case before he was arrested for this murder of Stephen Mack. Now, when he was arrested for the state case, the feds were already investigating him for this murder. So what happened was the feds put a confidential informant in his cell, and they got recordings of him confessing everything, labeling exactly how he murdered Stephen Mack, labeling who he did it for.
Hold on.
Giving the...
Look at this nigga legs. Who is running like this on the drill? Like, why is this nigga... Like, this nigga look... Bro, look slow. Like, it's obviously, this nigga slow. Like, literally, look at him. The haircut, eyes, eyebrows, nigga mouth open. Look at his legs. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, Durk might be gone. He might be gone for good.
Whole operation, how he picked up and picked out who he was going to do it with. This man told it all, and the feds got everything on recording, naming Lil Durk as the person he killed Stephen Mack for. Preston Powell texted him, what you doing? Right? Montgomery says, at this interview-ish, oh, nah. Powell was like, at an interview, nah, you got it, homie. I'm not, nah.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, y'all. Bro, what the fuck?
Now Montgomery was like, nah, bro, not that type of interview, bro. It's the rapper be doing. Talk about Lil Durk.
Stupid.
He put they interviewing individual A, which is Lil Durk. Montgomery Wilson says, yeah. And then he texts him again from a new phone. Yo, what you doing? At this little interview ish for a job? No, the ish the rapper be doing. What? He had an interview. And this is the interview right here. When Lil Durk pulled up with 100 goons.
Oh my God.
I was worth for game interview, bro. And the funny part.
Oh my God, this nigga. Nigga, are you serious? Hold on, wait. Hold on.
No, the ish the rapper be doing. What? He had an interview. And this is the interview right here. When Lil Durk pulled up with 100 goons at the Men I was worth for game interview, bro. And the funny part about this too is during this interview, Wallow was telling him, man, hey man, yo, bro, let that beef stuff go, man. I'm trying to see y'all live and prosper, man, bro. And
they not hearing none of that shit.
In that building, bro, celebrating all the bodies they done call for Lil Durk, bro, while Wallow out there preaching. Man, they said, get out of here, bro. Wallow was expecting to get paid on the 17th because Montgomery told him, yo, they coming on the 17th, they gonna take care of us. But when they came on the 17th, Montgomery, who's the plug to Lil Durk, who's the plug to OTF, Powwow just came along for the rack. Montgomery got his cheddar. He got paid. Powwow texted, what's up with OTF? Yo, when we gonna get the paper? The 17th, bro, I got you. What's up with the 17th, bro, I got you. Lil Durk brought $1 million cash with him to the $1 million worth of game interview. So Montgomery got paid. He got the money, and he cut off all communication with Powwow. Because the day after, on the 18th, Powwow hit him up like, yo, they paid us yet? Montgomery went dead quiet. Stopped responding. And then the following day, while driving in Chicago, Montgomery got pulled over, and he got arrested for a gun case. Now, while in state prison for this gun case, they were already investigating Montgomery for the murder of Stephen Mack. So they put a confidential informant in the same cell as him, and he was wired up. He had a recording device, and he was recording all the conversations.
It's over. Durk. Man. Durk never getting out. This nigga never getting out. Oh my
goodness. They was having with Montgomery, and Montgomery confessed everything they needed to know. Everything. The paperwork says, while in state custody, Montgomery Wilson discussed Stephen Mack's murder with his cellmate, who, unbeknownst to him, had agreed to assist the government by recording their conversation. As discussed below, during his recorded conversation with the confidential source, Montgomery Wilson detailed how him and Powwow murdered Stephen Mack to collect a cash bounty from a Chicago-based rapper, Individual A, which is Lil Durk. The more I read this paperwork, I was starting to think maybe Montgomery isn't as dumb as we think. Maybe he was doing this on purpose. Maybe he got left out to dry because during a prison call, he was telling somebody, yo, if Lil Durk is out there claiming his body was for him, he gotta, bro, pay up. This body wasn't free. We mentioned this in the last video, but we didn't know that he was in prison when he did this. While in prison, from jail on March 22nd, he intentionally posted a picture to his Facebook story of him counting money while playing Aha, which is the Lil Durk, you know, the Lil Durk song. They're saying that this is Lil Durk admitting to putting hits on people. He put that specific lyric of Lil Durk saying, you'll get the drop, go, right? So he put that lyric over a picture of him counting money on his story from prison, after he was caught on recording confessing that he did this murder on behalf of Lil Durk to collect the bounty that Lil Durk had put up. So now I don't think he that stupid. I don't think that's coincidence, bro. I think this man is working. I think this man did it knowing, hey, yo, they got me, bro. Yo, he probably found out soon afterwards, bro, that the feds got the recording of him. He said, okay, hey, listen, man, Durk, come take care, bro, pay these lawyer fees, bro. Give me some more chicken or else I'm telling. And I can almost guarantee you, bro, when he posted that, bro, Lil Durk took notice of it. Once you hear the full statement and testimony he gave to CS, you would understand why his co-defendant is like, bro, get me off the case with this dude, bro. Get me off the case with this dude, bro, because he cooked. I don't even understand why like Montgomery would even try to fight this, bro, when they already got him in 4K admitting to everything. Okay, now the way he tells this story, like you could tell he's sort of embellishing a little bit, trying to make himself look like he's superhuman and the other dude was a bitch. So he goes, I told on Mike, we put up, nigga, his homie calling his phone, his homie and blank, we pull up to the lot, they tell us, man, there's an armed security. I'm like, cool, on Mike. So they say on Mike, which is like, like they merchant it, right? So it's like on God. So on God, I tell Marley Ninja, you ain't gotta do nothing. Keep a security guard off us. On my dead knees, you ain't gotta do ish. So he's telling this story like, yo, he's just a super killer, brother. He's telling
this
hey,
nigga,
bro, I'm gonna do this all by myself, bro. I got it. Right? So he gave the dude, orders, which is, yo, keep the security guard off us. So we pulled up on Mike. We waited there like 20 minutes. I'm on FaceTime video with Lil Fred and they, man, keep us on FaceTime. I want to hear the shots. I want to hear this ish. So whole time, these dudes is treating a real body as if it's like a television series. Hey, yo, I want to hear the murder, bro. Bro, what type of killers are y'all? I want to hear this ish. Ninja ain't even supposed to made it that far, Ninja. Only reason he made it that far, folk, I had that big ass gun. Bro, he talking about, bro, I'm usually a precise killer, bro. I usually, bro, get them down immediately, bro. He was only able to run and make that far because the gun was too heavy, bro. I had to run and chase it, bro. I'm usually too short when bro, you gonna die under that prison, bro. You not getting out of this? I had that big eye gun and I couldn't. I really don't want to be trying to shoot from no distance. I'm trying to really get on top of you, which he did. He got up close after Stephen Mack fell, got on top of him, and finished it off. So he explained that he had the 60 round in that bit, right? He let 3 shots out. When he first came out, Marley said to me, wait until he gets to his car. Your eye tweaking. By the time he gets to his car, there's enough time to get a pipe.
That informant shit though, bro, that because these niggas ain't never been to jail. They don't know, nigga. They don't know. He didn't know.
Scratch off anything.
I don't know.
Well, that's what the CS says. Yo, scratch off anything. So Montgomery says he wasn't going to let him get to his car. That as soon as he walked out, he says, man, soon as he makes it halfway out in between our car and his car, bust door down, he already was on the car when he first came out. So he was on the car, meaning, bro, he already peeped the car and he was walking fast as hell trying to get to his car to grab pipe, just in case. So that's when Montgomery says, yo, he was on our car when he first came out the door. He looked, we behind 10. The feds is being strategic. This is not an unsealed document. No, this is a document that was recently filed in court on May 6th, about a day ago. So this is not something that Lil Durk can take lightly, bro. The feds is building this case up very slowly, trying to get people to turn on him. They already got the recording of the confession from Montgomery, claiming he did this. They already got Montgomery with Lil Durk at the podcast. They got the text messages of them talking back and forth about when Lil Durk gonna send the payment. All they gotta do, bro, is get one of them folks to turn. And, bro, I think Preston Powell gonna turn, bro. Because Preston Powell, he did this like a smart criminal, bro. He took his phone, he turned his phone off, he did everything. But he's getting caught up because Montgomery is in jail talking too much. Montgomery left his phone at the scene. So I think Powell gonna be the one who turns. Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Do you guys believe that Lil Durk is in trouble? Do y'all believe that this is enough right now to convict?
Yeah, buddy. I don't know. Lil Durk might be gone for a minute. Man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here.